Let's meet the competitors for our men's third place match at medium heavyweight with a 10-minute time limit. Training out of San Diego, California, and representing Atos, Ronaldo Jr.
Ronaldo Jr. fighting out of Atos Jiu-Jitsu, making his way to the mat. Earlier on, we saw him in a great match versus Manuel Himar, utilize some great judo. He is a cardio machine, takes his strength and conditioning very, very seriously, and is one of the world championship caliber monsters coming out of the Atos training room.
The human highlight reel against the footlock master from Miami Beach, Florida. He's gonna have his hands full against Andre Porfirio coming up here shortly.
Training out of Miami, Florida, and representing Fight Sports, Andre Porfirio.
Here we have Andre Porfirio, an incredible first match with Saki. He lost by submission, but had a very good showing up until that point. Really excited to see this fight because I think he is someone who can kind of neutralize Ronaldo's explosive, fast-paced game. He is very strong, very physical. He's able to lock down positions and really, really neutralize his opponents. And like you guys said earlier, good into those footlocks, those leg attacks that he's so excellent at. So we'll see if that's something he's able to employ here.
All right, tail of the tape with this medium heavyweight third place match. Similar in age, not as much of a height advantage this match for Andre Porfirio, but a little bit of a weight discrepancy, and we're ready to kick things off here right now. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen, if Andre Porfirio utilizes a similar game plan to Manuel Himar and keeps this on the feet, or if he will just go right in there and initiate his guard. Oh, looks for a sweep of his own, and it's Ronaldo Jr. pulling guard.
There was an interesting look on Andre's face for a moment there. I wonder if there was something that, maybe some sort of injury or some kind of, that was a very, very unique look on his face.
A little bit of a wince.
Yeah, he opened his mouth there for a few seconds. I don't know if that was just a secret breathing technique from Miami, but it was something to notice as well. But, you know, Ronaldo immediately pulling that lasso guard, not all the way in, just sort of lacing the leg across the bicep, trying to control Andre. And, you know, maybe I'm thinking he's going to go for that arm drag to the single leg pickup like he was trying earlier on. Feels like something I've seen with the Atos Jiu-Jitsu team is that lasso to like an arm drag or collar drag technique. I see them drilling it a lot. So I feel like that could be what he's looking for here. Using that right foot on the bicep as well.
Yeah, Andre doing a great job. If you notice his right hand, Ronaldo keeps trying to suck the right arm in to maintain the elbow, the shoulder, the posture control. Andre continues to try to circle his hand to the outside of Ronaldo's leg. Wasn't able to use that to escape, so now brought his right knee to the back of the thigh to put some pressure, then used his foot to kick. So he's clearly looking at escaping from that lasso side. Typically when we see a lasso spider, someone really distinctly chooses whether they want to deal with the spider or the lasso first. So clearly, Andre is very concerned about this right arm.
And you saw Ronaldo just make his right hand grip on the lapel, and now he's in the lapel lasso. You know, something that I think is such an interesting dichotomy in Ronaldo's game is that on bottom, he's very measured, very patient, sets up traps, and on top, he is like the Tasmanian devil. He is going so fast in multiple different directions. It's just so interesting to me to see the dynamic between his own game.
Porfirio now stepping back, making a little bit of space, trying to ease that grip off, but it doesn't look like he's moved an actual inch out of that sleeve grip on the left side there. He's able to get his hand, you know, just for a second behind the leg, but he's just stuck in that lasso there.
It's something that I tend to notice a lot of the time in a spider lasso position, which we've now exited, granted, right? We're moving into a little more of a deal. Here we see that Ronaldo trying to pass that right lapel through to his hand, and he does. So now he has that lapel secured.
This is something a little different out of Ronaldo Jr.'s game, I would say. We don't usually see him fully engage in different lapel guard setups, but wonder if maybe he's trying to show an advancement in his own game here at the IBJJF Grand Prix.
It feels like, especially coming off the loss in the first round, I feel like we're going to have an explosive attack from Ronaldo Jr. He's got some pent-up aggression that he wants to let out. So be interesting to see how he does that here. You know, locking up the foot now of Andre Porfirio is Ronaldo Jr. from the bottom.
Yeah, Porfirio doing a great job with his posture, standing really, really tall, not giving easy access to the high part of his lapel. But and as Ronaldo tried to use that distance to go into the legs, Porfirio able to break the position, and as soon as he gets free of that lapel, you can see him exploding, moving left to right, trying to throw the lapel pass, and it's a very smart strategy. We see this as the most advancement he had the entire match, but Ronaldo so intelligently now back to that lapel control, left foot on the shoulder, keeping Andre at bay.
And one of the things about the highest level of these black belt competitors is they're always making sure that they have a frame in between themselves and the passer. Notice as soon as Andre Porfirio made a grip on the collar of Ronaldo, he immediately engaged his legs back in that right position and
nice
gets the beautiful sweep. But he is in Andre Porfirio's preferred position here. Andre works great getting into 50-50 from this position, engaging what we've seen before in many of his outings as a devastating footlock.
And that was an interesting sweep by Ronaldo because his leg, it looks like he had far side de la Riva and usually motions, tried to get the hips to the floor where he could berimbolo, but he used it all with one movement just to get on top. He wasn't wasting any time. He exploded to get to the top position, like I said earlier, not in the same way that I meant, but you know, one movement nonetheless. Now he's in his position. This is, you know, something that we know Ronaldo's got really good passing, and I think Andre Porfirio knows that as well. Obviously, he knows as well. He's going to try to slow Ronaldo down as best he can.
Yeah, and for old school lovers of jiu-jitsu such as yourself, Ricardo, I've seen Fabricio Verdum way back in the day use that motion for the same sweep. So sort of Ronaldo dusting off the playbook a little bit.
A very smooth two-point score. I think that you're right, Ricardo, in the fact that Ronaldo was just very insistent on getting something on the scoreboard, right? After a loss that was that close earlier to Manuel Habemar, he needed to get something on the board.
And here we're going to start to see Ronaldo. He's trying to make a little bit, he's trying to break connection. And once he breaks connection, if he can get to his feet, that's what I think you're going to see the
lightning.
the hyper passing style that we know Ronaldo Jr. is capable of.
Yeah, and it's not without measure either. It's easy to, you know, see him passing and almost lose sight of where he's going, but it's all very, very measured. It's calculated. And for him to be able to be that calculated, going that fast,
speed.
yeah, he's thinking like a...
It's like a NASCAR driver.
Absolutely. He's making several decisions in his head at once.
But I think Porfirio is being very smart. We talked about this as we entered the match, right? If Porfirio could slow Ronaldo down and keep him out of that NASCAR territory, then he's going to be a lot better off, and that's where his attacks shine.
And I think the best place to try to sweep Ronaldo is from the position that they're in now, as opposed to having Ronaldo on his feet, because if he breaks connection, Ronaldo passes. Just like I said,
very quickly.
He does not want Ronaldo to be, because this is where Ronaldo shines. Look for multi-directional passing, right to the back. Does Ronaldo Jr. trying to get that stack, trying now to get to the back once again here. Look at that leg drag attempt there.
Look at the dexterity, too, of Andre. Like the continued inversions and threats on the leg that are just enough to make Ronaldo take another step. And as I say that, he knocks him down to his butt.
What a beautiful grip reach by Andre Porfirio, stifling a little bit of the movement of Ronaldo. Ronaldo stomping on the grip.
It reminds me of Maisa Bastos' guard recovery there for a moment there, almost like back take attempt.
A very big Bastos.
Yeah.
Man, Ronaldo's such an intense competitor, too. Absolutely emotionless on his face.
Yeah, and we saw, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Ronaldo had a big stomp on Andre's forearm to try to break that pant grip that you were talking about, Jake, because that pant grip made all the difference when it came to those inversions and saving himself by just a hair of having back exposure or a pass. And there was a very near pass there for a moment. Stomped on the forearm, and Andre didn't let go.
I would expect nothing less out of a man who walked out to the ring to still Dre.
Now, this is a bit of a better position for Porfirio, I believe, because he has slowed Ronaldo back down into a position where he cannot go NASCAR.
Yeah. I think the key for Porfirio is to bring his hips to the mat and look to get on top as opposed to kind of getting under Ronaldo. I just don't see that happening. I don't see him getting any sort of X guard. I could be wrong, but I feel like he's going to have to slow Ronaldo down, drag his hips to the mat, and eventually work his way up after entangling him so much that he cannot counter.
Absolutely, because Ronaldo's the ability to transfer his hips where they need to go when he is in the standing position makes it almost impossible to swing him. But like you said, if he can set him down, here we might see another blitz by Ronaldo, as we do.
And he was able to disconnect the right foot of Andre Porfirio from the lapel, and now looking for a right-hand grip. Look for Ronaldo to try to scoop his right-hand grip under the leg in that double under. And as I say that, already switching to another option. One thing Porfirio is doing really well too is he's voluntarily somersaulting into his legs being very wide.
Wow, interesting
Look
lapel entry
look
there.
At that entry
Beautiful entry by Andre Porfirio, but once again, Ronaldo
shuts it down with the ankle grip.
Now this, you have to be careful here because now this is his takedown position. So if he goes back to the ground, that's going to be 2 points for Ronaldo.
Very tough spot, the IBJJF rule. If you're on your feet for 3 seconds or more in a single leg position, it resets. Ronaldo, knowing that, sets up the single leg, squinting at the clock, and now just ragdolling Andre Porfirio here with 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
This is the Ronaldo Jr. that we expected to see in the GP today. Ronaldo on the attack, has the back of Andre Porfirio up 4-0. Look at it, he's got a body lock here. No point scored for the back control because he doesn't have full hooks, but he's got 1 minute and 14 seconds left to go. Jake Watson, I think Ronaldo's going to win this match.
And man, what a circumstance for Porfirio to find himself in as well. He's got his arm trapped up in that body triangle. It's a very tough spot to be. A comfortable lead by Ronaldo Jr., but you got to think he's going to want to finish this third place match with a submission.
Less than 50 seconds to go. Both men looking at the clock there. He's got the collar right under the chin. He's in prime choking position. He's got the right hand under the far collar. It looks, you can see a little bit of grimace there, but I think he just doesn't have the right angle with his body to have full leverage to finish that choke. Nonetheless, he changes the angle, and there it goes. As I say that, he's got the left leg over the arm, and he gets the submission. Ronaldo Jr. finishes Andre Porfirio here in this bronze medal match of the IBJJF FLO Grappling Grand Prix. Congratulations, Ronaldo Jr. of Atos Jiu-Jitsu. That was a great match.
Yeah, and a great show of respect between the two athletes. Ronaldo put on such a dominant performance there at the end, and it seemed like the momentum picked up in his favor as the match went on. And then, you know what, a great showing from Andre Porfirio too. Not the result I'm sure he came out here hoping for, but he fought two amazing competitors, and he is one as well. So, heads held hopefully high here for these two incredible athletes.
Second submission of the night.
Absolutely.
Your winner, representing Atos, Ronaldo Jr.
Ronaldo Jr., the human highlight reel, victorious in his third place outing here.